Well, we're gonna get into one of the topics that I probably know better than any other topic we could talk about after about 25, 30 years of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of interest in, or I'm getting a lot of inquiries about guard dogs. And we've explained in the past the differences between a guard dog, a military dog, police dog, sport dog, and all this.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we go explain some of this, I get more questions. So we're gonna go into a little bit of that, the training differences, and then we got some announcements at the end in case you're interested in really learning more about guard dog training. So hang in there for that little announcement. And Mr. Sinclair here, how you doing, sir?
Doing very good, very good.
Yeah, you're looking quite good. I gotta tell you, I've seen you look worse.
Me too.
You too?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing this week? Pretty good.
Doing well. Yeah. Not looking so good as you, but I'm feeling better.
Can't have it all.
Can't have it all. There you go. So, Scott jumped into this dog agitating business. A little later than most of the 20-year-olds that jump into it, but he brought with that maturity a little more interest in learning instead of just doing, which is what gets most people in trouble. They just want to go out and do something that looks cool instead of learning how it looks right. And I guess you can say what are the all right. So you on your sports Schützenring, K9, well, not pro sports because it's designed for a certification for a security dog.
Mm-hmm.
And the security dog, I want to start using that. If you see us doing this, it's because we got one pesky little damn fly that keeps flying around.
I've been here for 2 hours trying to kill that booger, but
so we ain't talking about you, or we ain't trying to swat each anyway. So
don't ask me if I have a fly swatter. The dang dog ate it.
Yeah, okay. We're buying so much dog food we can't afford a fly swatter.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit tonight about training differences, and then how, if you're interested, how you can learn more about the distinct art of training a guard dog, which, and let me be clear, I'm obviously biased, but I actually think for what people call a personal protection dog, I don't think there's anything better suited than guard dog training, guard dog type training for a personal protection dog, or what in the guard dog business what we would call a security dog. Because there's one thing that's constant. If you have a police or military dog, they're backed up by a squad, period. If that dog has to take somebody out, there's a squad there to approach that bad guy and peel the dog off, and there's plenty of people there to help the dog. If you're in a civilian situation, someone's a purse snatcher snatches your wife's purse, you can send your dog to stop the guy and get her purse back. But do you really want your wife running up there? Wouldn't you rather be able to call the dog back to you?
Yeah.
And keep your wife a distance from this person who may have a weapon on them?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the kind of thing that you'll do, that guard dogs are designed or trained to handle a man totally by themselves. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The guy just broke into the area. There's no backup. The dog's by himself. He has to be able to intimidate, dominate, and control. Those are our three requisites that we're looking for, or we're looking to create in any dog that we're training in our security dogs or guard dogs, right? So you jumped into some of it. What do you see as far as the training aspect?
Training aspect happens on both ends of the dog. I can't stress that enough. I can train your dog all day long, but if you don't know how to load the barrel,
good point.
put the safety on and pull the trigger but cock back, and
right.
You got to build a relationship with your dog as you're training.
Good point.
To me, you can get a dog trained and get a dog someone trained for you and bring it home, and I just don't understand there's no relationship there.
Right. And there's got to be, because dogs understand somebody's out there to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
You know, they don't make no mistake. They know that this is a dangerous, threatening situation, and they want to know you're backing them up. Now that's when you take the guard dog training and apply it in a security dog or civilian application, which is what we're going to be talking about more than anything else. But the big thing that I see that people don't quite, I've never heard anyone else mention it. You get a lot of people that say, well, they'll call me and say, well, I bought a Rottweiler or I got a Doberman, and they're natural protectors, so they don't need any training. Well, what I always tell everybody is, in nature, victory is surviving. Right?
Yep.
So that's what, in a fight, or in a potential fight, or potential bad situation, a natural behavior for a dog, that's defense. It could be fight, or it could be flight. And in nature, flight is every bit as honorable as a fight.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah, live to fight another day. So, do you want to wait until your dog, untrained Western Shepherd is, although they will,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to wait until your untrained German Shepherd, Malinois, is put in a stress situation to find out that, oh,
He's never seen that kind of stress before.
he's checking out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this safety thing where people are buying dogs that are trained in a sport manner. And don't get me wrong, they're great dogs and great training. But especially in this country, we've come to train and we use drives to train protection dogs. All you guys watching this, if you're into it, you know that. So prey drive is the main thing they're using. Get the dog excited where he can't think of nothing else there, and he bites something. And then get him excited, and then he bites something. And we also do foolish things like teaching dogs to target, bite a certain spot. So what's going to happen if you're kicked back in your house one day and somebody kicks your door in and comes in for a home invasion? Now the dog, you can sick your dog on the guy and give him his alert command, and all his prey drive kicks in and go, I'm going to get you. And you send him, and then he nails the guy, and the guy picks him up or punches him right in the head or does something to fight back. And now the dog switches from prey drive to defense. And in defense, he has two choices. Just like that dog that wasn't trained at all. Do you want to find out at that point in time that your dog is going to choose the flight over the fight?
No, it's been elaborate. A lot of the elaborate sport work that shows these decoys. I know already coming out here that I'm not going to get hurt.
Right.
I'm not. But when it comes down to it, a perpetrator is not a agitator, is not a decoy, is not a helper. You have to get something. A whole different scenario. There's no quit.
Right.
It ain't going to be just, okay, out your dog. It's going to be, okay, now I'm going to F this dog up because, just to elaborate what I'm seeing from what you're saying about fight or flight. The dog will realize that and go.
Right.
Let's say, no. Right.
Yeah.
That's why you got to balance the obedience, defense, and the prey drive. All are interactive.
Exactly.
And you're having a dog with higher defensive drive than prey drive doesn't mean the dog's any weaker or any less of a dog. The dog probably bite a lot harder.
He will bite harder in defense every time.
It's a whole different, like we always say, dog martial arts.
Right.
It's a whole different technique.
Right. Yeah.
But it still ties together.
It's canine martial arts is what we call it. And so, you use prey drive to get a dog to bite full mouth. I almost got that fly.
Almost got him.
He's trying. He bites full, all the way to the back of his jaws. But you use defense to make them bite really hard. Okay? So you can use your drives, and if you use them properly, there's no, I taught a Springer Spaniel to bite on command and hard. So